start shooting the shelf.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome
Woohoo!
to Shooting the Shelf, Not Self, episode
Everybody
13.
loves. That might be my favorite part is when the guy goes, "Everybody loves."
I was like, I am not an animator. I like drawing, but man, that very basic like 2-frame difference animation was so difficult for me to accomplish. So I'm glad you appreciate that, Curtis.
It's either that or when it gets to a friend or two.
I do.
Or two.
That timed out. That worked out really nicely. I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's see. There's no flannel, but there's plaid behind me. It's been a rough weekend for Jesse, so cut me a little slack there, Andy. Come on, no. Glad you all are here. Curtis has got his hat on. I've got my hat on. Just because I'm a slob of a person today, and I just didn't feel like dealing with that nonsense. So, I was just gonna say something. What was it?
That the poll is in, and I've got to wear this hat for the rest of the season.
Yes. So there you go. So the people have made their voices heard.
Yep.
And Curtis likes to abide by the rules, especially the ones that he sets for himself.
So there you go, Merca.
And I gotta say, I know you're talking about Curtis's hat. I've had this hat since somewhere in the 90s. So I'm just, happy that I've not lost it with as many places as it's gone with me. And that, it's not fallen apart yet. So anyway, no. I'm just messing back, Andy. I know it's all in good fun.
Well, speaking of folks in the chat, let's call them out. We do have Dave Orkin first. Not a surprise. He's early at a lot of these shows. So then we've got Kevin Maboots, a new member of the YouTube channel.
Thank you, Kevin.
So we've got Purple Gang Gang, JMax77, Eduardo De Jesus, or today, De Jesus. So there you go. Rob Zamora, Wholesome Warlock, Carver Customs, Dub3. We've got Legion's Workshop, Kevin McCoy, Tanya McCoy. We got both the McCoys in the house. Stacy Lynn. We got both the Lynns in the house. Big Greg is out there. We got Joe Martinez, Andy the Collector, Kent Pool Collects, Mark Rivera, just Shelve is out there. Jacob Forna, Van Johnson, Joe Gonzalez, Nate Strong, and scrolling, JG and Trevor, 1-6 shooter Williams. So there you go.
All right.
Thank
Trevor, I gotta have a talk with you. Our guest tonight recommended a Wednesday one-shot that Curtis will not be a part of. So maybe we'll get together at some point.
Yeah, I might have to jump in and invade that one.
Yes.
But we do try to keep the Wednesday win shots all positive, so maybe I should just stay way away. So.
I mean, we do pre-record them, so I can always edit you out.
That's true.
Or turn you into a puppet like Purple Gang does.
But we have a guest tonight, don't we?
We do have a guest. It was actually one of our first commenters and a new member for the channel. Everybody, please give a warm digital welcome to the one, the only, amazing Kevin Boots, or as Curtis likes to say,
Kevin Maboots. Very nice.
All right, what's Coffee Goblin?
That's actually what got me into the Mythic Legions. Coffee Goblin started out as Lego collectible minifigure goblins, and I saw Snag, and Snag's the big size, so this used to be a coffee, like a private label coffee brand, so I just adopted it as my own.
Nice.
Okay, very cool.
Beauty.
All right, and because Kevin is a photographer, we've got
Mhm.
Kevin contributed to our shelf selections this week. So why don't we just roll right into the shelves?
Let's do that. First one is my selection. This is Hammer Sky Customs with this amazing Elithid. I just absolutely love the changing color on here, the gradient from the blue to the purple. The eyes on this are just like, I don't know, just kind of very like not only the paint job, but also the sculpt here. Very sinister. I would not want to like be caught in a dark alley or something with this guy. So
I wouldn't want to be caught anywhere with this guy.
that's true. But yeah, great paint job, and yeah, this is just really nice. So
Looks like
Yeah,
quite the Eldritch Terror.
yes. Yeah, the paint job is phenomenal, but the sculpt work on that too, just like the sunken eyes and the really pronounced cheekbones, and
mhm.
it's amazing sculpt and awesome paint work.
Yep, and I love me some Lithids. So next is Kevin Boots selection.
I saw this and I immediately the theme to the movie popped in my head. It looks like it could have come right out of '87 as a movie poster. I absolutely love this picture.
Yeah,
It-
I actually had to go and look up this account because I wasn't following this account. So first of all, thank you, because that's one of the things I like best about shelf selections is that, you know, when it's not my own selections, I typically will find some that I can add new Instagram accounts to follow to really just make my feed better. And I saw this and I was like, is this like an old movie poster or what is going on here? And I went and looked at the account and saw that they just do some toy photography kind of in this style as if they're like movie posters. And man, this came out phenomenal. So
yeah, when you pulled this up, I was like, this isn't my pick. Why is this movie poster here? And then I remembered this is the Kevin pick, and it took me that long to process this is a toy, like a photo of a toy and not an actual movie poster. This is great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's kind of blowing my mind.
you got, you know, I know you pulled it up. I'm pulling it back up. Please don't
Okay.
attack me. But when when Trevor says that somebody is awesome as a photographer, you can take that to the bank. So there you go.
Yes.
Next we do have Jesse's pick.
There we go. So rolling right along with the, guys in armor, we've got Visual Approach Photo with his Bad Batch. I did not look to see if there was any behind the scenes on this. I was just like, I got to grab that shot. And just the way, it's framed up, the guy's like full on action. You got the vehicles and the ships coming down in the back. Like this gets me really excited for all things Star Wars. I think this is really cool.
There is a behind the scenes, and it's good. How he did this
Okay.
is really good.
Well, make sure you go check that out, folks, after the show, or if you're watching on multiple devices, you can pull it up now and take a look for yourself. Visual Approach Photo over on the Instagram. Kevin said there's an awesome behind the scenes shot on it, so go take a look at that when you get a chance. But yeah, I just thought this was really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it's actually pretty impressive because like all that stuff behind them, I kind of assumed that would have to be like on some sort of, LCD screen or something, but like in the background. But it's all just diorama pieces and ships, being propped up and stuff like that
Oh,
whole
nice.
warehouse setting is actually like a giant piece that he shot in. So that's really cool.
All the physical elements were practical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
It's pretty neat.
one of those micro burst gunships in the background, and it just scales really perfectly in this shot.
And I imagine that the walker over on the left is like a 3 3/4 something or other.
Yeah,
and then the ships were maybe something smaller. That's really cool.
And Trevor says that sorry, it looks like he built it. So yeah, that thing's impressive. I'm just sitting here staring at this like, man, I would love to have something like that because it just looks like a giant warehouse inside.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, I love
And
that.
Nate throwing that Sean's among the top echelon of toy photographers. So,
Whew, man.
and here I'm just looking at my phone. I was like, oh, that's a cool shot. Like,
Yeah. I'm like,
oh, that was
cool
Mozart.
lifted.
No, it sounded cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get to my second one. This is Skelesauria. You know, we both met him at Legion's Con this year. Great guy. Doing some amazing stuff recently. A lot of like orc heads, has recently done some like barbarian body painting and stuff like that. This one is using the Painmonger head from Wolf King Customs that Emil sculpted. And I just love the combination of the fur and he's got like multiple leather straps, you know, across that fur, and just how he put this build together, I thought was really awesome. And he's just doing a great job. So yeah, I can't say anything more about him other than he's awesome. So check out Skelesauria, Skella_Sauria on Instagram.
I love how you grabbed this within 5 minutes of him posting it. You were like,
well,
Jesse's not getting this one.
Well, there's a little backstory to this, which is that he posted it on Facebook, and I immediately hit him up and was like, "It's not on your Instagram." and he's like, "Okay, I'll get it on there." And then he put it on there, and he went to go message me that it was up, and I had already taken the screenshot. So
I just like the combo of parts and everything. And I know it's just like a slightly lower shot, and it's, you know, it's not about the photography of it, but it feels like an ogre build, just the way those extra bits and the expose, like I mean, I know none of those parts are ogre scale, but it just it feels more, you know, more intense, more present. It looks like maybe a custom belt buckle on there.
Yeah, it does look like a custom belt buckle of some sort. I am by no means even a decent photographer. I'm a very crappy photographer. But one thing that our good buddy Nate Strong told me a while back is, you know, try shooting a little bit lower, like either even with your figure or even lower than your figure, and shooting it up. And it does make a huge difference. Like this shot here, like you're saying, you know, just coming from a downward angle shooting up makes it seem more imposing, for sure.
That's the word I was looking for, imposing. Thank you.
No problem. So
that's a great build.
Yep.
And paint job.
Kevin, any thoughts on this one?
It's imposing, and it's really well done.
Beautiful. And this is Kevin's second selection.
Oh,
wait a minute. I think we got a problem here. Hold on, folks. I think we got an issue. It looked like we had two images together. So talk amongst yourself while Curtis fixes that.
Well, Kevin, while Curtis is fixing that, we're going to obviously get into talking about, you know, your photography and he's got some pins. Okay.
I got my two pins I wanted.
Oh, nice. Was that from the in-stock sale?
Yeah, I just got them.
Very cool.
And
a Phobos. Nice. Is that your first Phobos, or are you going to do?
No, it's going to be. I'm going to make a horse for Thrace.
For Thrace?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Oh, Curtis left. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Back. I'm gone. I'm back. I'm gone. I'm back. I am here. Here we go.
I've spent like the last 2 weekends like cleaning out old boxes, and I was like, do I have two Phoboses? And I realized I like dissected one to make a custom. And yeah, I had so many horse boxes. I'm like, why am I keeping all of these boxes? So I just had this giant bag of trash to take out.
All right. Processing.
Yeah, Code Lavender.
And here we go.
There we go.
So this is Kevin's next pick.
So Dr. Nevermore I've been friends with him on Instagram longer than I've been friends with most of you. He's always been real supportive of me, and he takes good pictures. He has a wide variety of different toys. And this is actually he took this in a house plant inside his house. But I thought it looked great, and I wanted to show everybody else another artist that maybe hadn't seen before. But I think this is one of those DC ones, McFarlane or whatever.
Yeah,
It looks like a
I think
Mafex
this is the Mayfix
Hush.
Oh, maybe it's
Poison
Mayfix.
Ivy.
Yeah. And I will say I was not following this account. So thank you, Kevin. I did get this one added. I would not have thought about taking a picture of a character inside of a houseplant, but if you're going to do one, Poison Ivy definitely is the one to do it with. So it definitely makes the most sense.
I think we had one. It was more obviously in a house plant. I think that we had on a shelf selection sometime last year. I think it was a bryophytus or something.
Yep.
But like the way this is, I would not have known this was a house plant. And I've always loved the way Jim Lee draws Poison Ivy, and the fact that they got his face, like the way he draws her face onto that figure is really impressive too.
Yeah, it'd be weird if it was his face on this.
Well, you know what I mean.
A little bit different. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it might
thank
be
you
a little
for
strange.
showing this, because when I create the recap post, I'm going to make sure I follow this account tomorrow.
Beautiful. Which now Jesse's gonna have to figure out how he's gonna fit 12 photos into whatever 9 slides. So
I have a plan. I don't like the plan, and it's not going to be something I'm going to do going forward unless the guest offers to bring some. I'll do this, but
I almost, because like I had some extra shelf selections that I had saved, and I was like, man, I was really having a hard time with picking the ones that I was going to do, and I was like, well, we're already at 12 pictures. Maybe I could just throw in 4 more, and Jesse won't notice, because we're already over the 8 limit. So I almost just completely blew up shelf selections just to see what would happen, but I held back. I was nice to Jesse.
I almost told you not to worry about mine. But yeah.
All right. Yes, and I did confirm that is the Mafex Poison Ivy. So I think she has been on sale a couple times on those like daily deals for Big Bad Toy Store. So if you're interested in this character and this figure too, be on the lookout, because she may pop back up again on there. So
cool. And again, that was Doc_Nevermore, NVRMORE. If you folks at home want to look them up yourself.
And here's Jesse's second pick.
So from one of our friends, Ryan, Toy Goof and Gons. Yes, I became aware of this picture initially because I was tagged in it, because I did paint the ape head, the cosmic ape head, but I would not have known that was mine had he had not tagged it, because the way he shot this, it feels like that both of those heads came with those figures. And I believe he painted the fox head, the space fox or cosmic fox in the customizing studio over the last since he got the head. I believe he picked that up at SoloCon, but great paint work on it. But just the coloring, I love that background, just kind of that orange and blue lighting, and the way it's like reflecting off their guns and armor and stuff. I just thought this was really cool shot, and it was just a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, first of all, great job on the monkey head. If Ryan painted the one in front, he did a fantastic job. Both of you did a great job matching the armor color and the helmets. So nice work with that. And then on top of that, I just love that Waltor figure, especially like the black like joints and stuff. The way that black kind of offsets the orange and the reds. Yeah, it's really cool. So, great figure, great heads. And then you put it together with these poses with that background, and it definitely looks like something out of a futuristic movie, like a Tron or something like that. It looks very, very futuristic. So, yeah, I really like this a lot. And, I know Ryan's been working hard on, just kind of improving as a photographer. And I think this is evidence of that, because this looks phenomenal. So great job.
Absolutely.
I almost sent this myself.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, Yeah, that I just the colors on it, like it, and the way it's framed just makes me look at it just because it's not like a blurry photo, but like the composition and the coloring just, it draws me into like figure out what's going on in a fun way.
Yeah, Jordan's shouting out the customizing studio. Keep in mind, folks, we do have that every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We did start an hour earlier today, but every Sunday we're hanging out, painting, sharing different paints that we like, different paint brushes, whatever. We got some people working on diodes in there. If you're wanting to create on Sunday and you want to hang out with some other folks, check it out because, yeah, it's a lot of fun. So. Next selection by me. This is at Draw Taylor on Instagram, which is our good friend Joe Martinez. Had to give him shit this week on his pictures because the other picture he had with this with Ziri was very dark and very blue. I actually joked with him that I thought maybe 3 Trevors had taken the picture because it was that blue. But when he does those really dark photos, he also does a photo that is lit up and you can see all the details. And this is one of Brian Lynn's charbots from Carver Customs. And I think Joe just did a great job of painting this. I love, the canister on the left side there, the way that's painted, just the weathered look on the metal. And then the striping that he did on the between the orange and the white. We've talked a million times on this show about how difficult it is to paint anything white because you just have to be very patient and, layer and stuff like that. But then when you're also painting other details like the orange with it and, trying to like get those really crisp lines like that, I'm not sure if he taped that off or if he freehanded it. But either way, it looks phenomenal. So great job. I love these bots, love this paint job. And Brian did let me know he has got some new bots printed and available, $30 each for the main set. The other like attachments, arms and pieces he'll have, I think, as a pre-order here soon. But he does have more bots available if anybody needs one. But yeah, great job, Joe.
And I'm putting a what do you call it, embargo on blue light jokes for the month of April.
You can put whatever embargo you want, but I ain't listening to them because I'm murking. I don't listen to your bargos.
Sorry, Trevor. The comments and opinions of Curtis do not necessarily reflect that of Shooting the Shelf or the Just Shelve channel. This is a cool shot. I love the colors. It reminds me if Wally was like in a realistic world, it feels like one of the bots that would have like joined his revolution on the ship at the end of the movie. This is awesome. Very nice job, Joe.
Kevin, thoughts?
These look like they're pretty cool. All the pictures and I've seen of them, I wouldn't mind getting one myself.
Nice.
And the paint looks really good on it.
Well, Joe actually says it's not a white. It's a light gray blue. So I take back all the praise that I gave you for doing a nice white paint job. No, it looks phenomenal. I guess I just kind of was off on the color there. So good job though. All right. Next pick by Kevin Maboots.
Ooh.
So Avenant, I believe that's how you say it, has been doing photography for as long as I have, and I started in 2010. He actually was consulted for the first Lego movie because his pictures, he actually has a licensed Star Wars coffee table book of his Lego Star Wars photography. He is super nice, and he takes pictures like this, underwater pictures. Just go look at his account because he's beyond, and he's Trevor level. He's amazing. Everything he does is amazing.
Well,
Um,
I'm looking at the actual post on this. It says it was in the sea down on the southernmost part of Finland, and it says the sea ice had just retreated a few days ago. At this point in the cycle of the year, the waters are clear and no algae bloom. So it's like he picked like the perfect time of year in another country to take
No,
this
he's
shot.
he's from
Okay,
Finland.
gotcha. But I guess he found the right time of year to, get this like crystal clear shot underwater. Yeah, it looks phenomenal. I don't even know what kind of equipment you need to take photos underwater, but this came out fantastic.
it praise on the shot, definitely, because but I mean, good detail and scale on the figure, because this to me looks like something out of like a nature documentary, like Planet Earth or something, like crisp, clear. Like this looks like a real creature swimming in the water. Just the way the tail's got the extra, bends in it and everything, and just the reflections on that. If this is right after the ice melted, like it had to be freaking freezing in that water to take this shot too.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he does stuff with models. Just his work is phenomenal. He's actually one of the reasons I really started to do toy photography, because when I started with Lego minifigures, and
Okay.
just the stuff that he did, just like you knew it was Lego, but it was like it looked like, I don't even know how to describe it. It looked amazing, and he was encouraging to me, so I wanted to. This popped up. He posted this a few days ago, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to make sure this one gets on.
Yeah,
he's very cool.
He's got a lot of like Star Wars photography too that looks like very like where you're taking like tiny toys and making them look realistic and looking like they're from a movie. I know our good friend Jesse Fireisen has a lot like that, and this, like looking through his photos, it's very similar to that. And then even like you're saying, the Lego ones, like normally I kind of think the Lego people kind of look a little silly, but he's actually got some dramatic looking shots. Like he's got an Indiana Jones one that I was just looking at.
Go figure.
Yeah, it looks really cool. So yeah, check it out. If you weren't following this one, make sure you throw it a follow. I just did, and yeah, great job. Next one is Jesse's.
So sticking in the sci-fi vein, this is from our buddy Douglas Tupper, the Kung Fu Jedi, over on Instagram, using some of the extreme set diorama sets. I didn't realize it at first, but there is an Indiana Jones in this, a couple Indiana Jones, but it's not an Indiana Jones shot. But you also got
waiting for it.
Slaughter in there. You got stormtroopers. It just feels like one of those, kind of great, kind of like Cantina-esque type moments where you've just got all these different things, and just he's got like the different light inside the hallway of that, the doorway over on the left and everything. I just think this is a fun shot. It has like a life and energy to it that I just thought was really cool.
See, you may not have realized that Indiana Jones was in there, but your brain did. Your brain picked up on it, and you saw this picture, and you're like, I don't know what it is I like about this picture, but I really like it, and I'm going to make it a shelf selection. And that was Douglas playing mind tricks on you.
I knew it had the Indy in front, in the the disguise. I didn't see the Indy in the back in the hat initially. So yeah.
Great job, Douglas. I like how you mind controlled Jesse. That was great. Kevin, got anything?
Well, I don't know how Jesse didn't see the Indiana Jones in the light in the back, because that's the first thing that I saw. So this is a great composition.
Yeah, I did. When Jesse sent me the photo, I didn't like. I mean, he literally just sent me a couple hours ago, and I didn't even look at it. I just threw him in the slides. So when we pulled it up on the screen, it was the first thing that I see. Like it's the brightest thing on there, and I'm like, Jesse, come on.
See, because my eye is drawn right into the middle because I love that. Like I'm looking at that ivy on the diorama on the back,
Yeah.
and it draws me right into the two cosmic legions
Mm.
right in front.
Mm.
Like that's where my mind or my eye goes immediately. And like I said, you know,
Your eye and your brain went one way, your heart went a different way. So that's fine.
But wait until this summer when that Mezco indie comes out. Jesse will.
There
That's
you
all
go.
Jesse will be
hey,
seeing.
if people keep taking cool shots with indie in it, it's gonna pop up in my picks.
You know, if only you gave Richard Simmons a chance like you do Indiana Jones all the time. I'm just saying, you know, I think there's some folks out in chat. They know who they are that may agree with that, but yeah, just throwing that out there. Next pick by me. This is Corona 4 on Instagram. It's our good friend Nate Strong. Just had this really cool shot of this custom figure walking through there, and few things with this. Number one, that Novian Lean is such a good figure. Like really, you could pop and swap. I think you could put any head on that thing, and it's going to look phenomenal. It didn't hurt that that he was using one of my wife's capes on this, which I really loved. He had a special request for a cape that he had sent us. We went and shopped for a few different fabrics and found one that worked for him, that he's using here. So that was cool. But also just like the swagger that this character has as he's just kind of walking down this, like it kind of feels like a spaceport where they've got like, you know, little like hallways or something like leading to different like landing areas or landing zones or something. And like they're walking down this, you know, the hallway of a spaceport, and he's just passing others and just, I don't know. He looks like he's not to be messed with. So I just think there's a lot of swagger in this shot, and I love it.
Yeah. The swagger, the authority, just him moving through like with this gun out in hand. Like I feel like people would just be like veering off either direction to get out of his way. This guy means business.
Mm.
I almost sent this one too. Nate and Trevor, all their shots are always amazing. The composition on this one is great. You're really focused in on him. That sculpt is great. Everything about it is, I mean, it's just almost perfect with everything. How the figure in the foreground is out of focus and everything.
Yep.
It's just really good.
Yeah, I mean, this just shows like what a professional photographer does, because like if this is me, if I'm doing something like this, like I've got that main character in the center of the picture, but he's got it off to the side. He's got him in focus. He's got the other character out of focus, but your eye still goes directly to that. It's just a really nice job by Nate, and just shows you the difference between, like, you know, somebody like me taking a photo on their phone, and somebody that really knows what they're doing as far as, you know, posing and lighting and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, great work. Next one is go ahead. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I thought you were waiting for me to say something. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't have anything else to add. You guys have nailed everything about this.
All right. Kevin's last pick for the week.
He put that green soft goods from the Zylonian Guard on the I want to say LJ figure, but
Lee J,
yeah, Lee J, and it just caught my eye the way he used that background. The Silverhorn, Castle Silverhorn, and how this is set up. It just like, I really liked how it came out and looked, and I'm like, that I want to make sure this gets shared too, because it's done really nice for what it is, with the plants in the front and everything else, and how he did use that background, just, and the lighting and everything looks really good.
Yeah, I the Lee J figure is one of those that I don't think I truly appreciated when it was solicited for sale. I mean, I did order like 4 of them. It was mostly because it came with extra limbs, and I was like, man, anytime I can get extra limbs, I'm all for it. But I didn't really truly appreciate the figure. That being said, like it comes with that, where you see like that stripe on the middle of the torso that it looks like he's painted like a dark green, maybe even a black there. I'm not sure, but it comes with that as a red stripe. And we've seen that torso now for the last couple of years, basically since the Arethyr wave, and it usually is like one solid color with maybe a dry brush or something, but just painting that one strip there really makes that torso pop quite a bit. I like the red, and I've seen some other folks now putting green on it or putting black on it and putting it into these other factions. And it really does make that thing pop. I like, kind of the mix of that soft good loin piece there, changing up some of the paint on it. And then, you throw it in with that, that like Ranger there, and then the background and everything in the photo. It's just a great shot all together. But the more I'm seeing some of these, customs and photos with the Lee J figure, the more I really am appreciating that figure for just what it is, more than, a package of great parts. So.
Yeah, I think the Lee J figure is great. I love seeing the green worked into it because I wanted to have some in both the Leodicius and Xylona factions because it's a shared unit. But seeing some of them that maybe are like, more embracing one side or the other, I think is really cool. That green is really nice, like you said, especially seeing that soft goods piece on there. But like Kevin was saying, the way they got the lighting on the figures to kind of match, and like the lighting in the background, like it looks like they belong in the shots together. I think that's really cool. And no, I'm gonna have to get a couple more Lee J's, I think. I can't tell if you put green on the shield too, but yeah, definitely that on that middle piece of the the lower abdomen and across the neck.
Well, that collar piece, definitely, for sure.
So yeah, this is a great shot. And Saving the WoW, it's a great account to follow. A lot of cool shots and customs on there. So yeah, make sure you follow them.
Well, and we were talking about in the customizing studio today. I think it was Doc and was talking about painting up one of the sentries and just how many details are on one of those sentries. And I think sometimes as customizers, like we go and, if we're doing a full repaint on a figure, we see all those details and it's like, you want to make all those details pop and you want to hit up everything with different colors and all this kind of stuff. But if you look at like what the Horsemen do, like they take, heck, from the first Kickstarter through like, 4 or 5 waves, like they had basically the same parts, but they kept painting them in different ways, like just one little detail here, one little detail there, and it makes it look completely different. And this is just a good example of that, where you take that same torso that we've seen for a couple years, you throw that one little strip on it, and it's like, oh, okay, now it's a different figure. It just makes it look different. So yeah, kudos to the studio, kudos to this, Saving the WoW with the, the different take on it. And then the shot is just great. So yeah, good work. And the last shelf selection for the day by our own Jesse Arnold.
So this is Matea Toy Photography on Instagram. I'm not trying to pick a fight with anybody. Mega Man is not a property I'm super attached to. Like, I don't have anything against it. It's just I never had a Nintendo, so
Sorry, the views of Jesse Arnold are not. No, I'm just sorry. Yeah, you said you weren't picking a fight, and I knew I had to kick you off. So go ahead.
I don't know where I came up. All I was saying is I didn't have a Nintendo, so I'm not as attached to Nintendo characters as a lot of other people in our generation.
Yep.
I don't have anything against them. I just don't have that attachment. But when I saw this picture, I was like, hot damn, that's an awesome shot. It looks really cool. It makes me wish I had played this game. You know, I think I had a friend that he was like, oh, watch this, and he like played through the whole game in one sitting, and I was like, can I go home now? Just because I didn't get to do anything.
Poor Jesse.
So yeah, Nintendo stuff. Like I said, I'm not as attached to those things, but when I see cool stuff, like there was that one, was it where Mario was getting chased by the raptor or
Mm.
whatever, a couple months ago or last year
Yeah, and it was
sometime.
kicking up the
You know,
dirt. Yeah.
yeah. You know, it's just there's when I see the shots that jump out to me are really cool. And just the, you know, I mean, those look like real dust and like flame effects. You know, I don't know if that's like a firework or something going on there, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
I'm not
really cool
sure.
job.
I'm looking at the like the behind the scenes, and it definitely shows that it's like he's got it on a table with like, you know, real dirt and rocks and stuff, but it doesn't really show. I don't know if those are practical explosion effects or if that's something that's done in Photoshop. I have seen some, you know, photographers do stuff like that where they have some sort of, I don't know if it's fireworks or something, but something like, you know, like has little explosions that go on with it. Or if that is done after the fact, but it looks amazing, whatever it is. So
It just looks like this toy got pushed out of a video game into real life, and you know, just got caught in the middle of an action sequence or something. So very cool.
It does look like it could be. I can't tell. I'll have to look at it later. But it's done very well. I know that there were several Mega Man figures popping up in my feed. This Eye of Uatu actually had a really nice one too. And I had a Nintendo, and I'm not super attached to Mega Man. I never played it myself. But all these a lot of these shots have been really good, and this one's good too. It looks like it might be a composite where maybe some of it is in lens and then they added to it post, especially like the weapon itself. But that's a really
Yeah.
good picture.
Yeah, just all the little, even if you know, whatever's not practical that's added in, like they did a really good job of like getting the little motes, like the little, you know, specks of flame coming off the explosions and stuff. So just all in all, amazing shot. Sorry, did I cut you off, Kevin? I'm sorry.
No, I was. If anybody sees me and I'm looking down here, I have the chat down here so I can see what
Okay.
everybody's saying.
Oh, here we go. Firecrackers and a can of compressed air. So
That's
there you go.
that's what I thought it was.
The compressed air makes sense for sure. Like I've seen a lot of folks use that, especially with the dirt floors and stuff, because it makes it like pop up like that and stuff. The firecrackers, I wouldn't have guessed. That's cool. So
yeah, that Third Dork made that really popular, where people would do this.
And this is another one where it's like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To get the timing to get all those things to go off in the right ways. To, I mean, I'm sure you can probably, you know, have a setting on your camera where it'll take like, you know, like the sports setting where it'll do multiple shots at once. But
I think that's usually what they do. I tried it a while ago. I ended up ruining one of my Star Wars figures, so I stopped doing it. But
oh no,
you have to like
Battle
you
damage.
put it on 10 captures and hope everything goes well.
Yeah, I mean, this is another one where, like, you know, not even amateur, less than amateur me taking this photo. I'm like super zoomed in with this, like, you know, like it like I would have it like really close and I wouldn't capture all these details that you see there, where it's like, you know, the explosion going off to the left side as well as the one right next to him. And then the, you know, all the little, like you can see like the little, like, I guess it would be the equivalent of pebbles. It's probably just like pieces of dirt. But at this scale, it looks like pebbles or rocks that are like flying up in the air. Like you wouldn't catch all that if you're, you know, zoomed in and just doing this with whatever. So yeah, great shot. And just another professional photographer here. So good work. And that's it for shelf selections.
Okay.
So there we go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick before we get into the full chat, a shout out to last week's super chat. Thank you very much to Kent Pool Collects, Eddie, and Legends Collector 1321. Thank you for the super chats last week. We really appreciate it. And for all the members of the channel, make sure you stay tuned. Probably later tonight, tomorrow morning, members get their look at the Wednesday one shot early. And then for everyone else, it'll go live at noon on Wednesday this week.
Woo. Also, if you guys have things that you would like us to do a Wednesday one shot for, let us know. Either shoot us a PM or throw it in the comments. We typically only do things that we really enjoy. So it's not going to be something that we're going to, super hard critique or bash or whatever. It's just recommendations on stuff that we like. But if you have something you think would be good, let us know and we'll check it out. If it's something we want to do, we'll take a look at it. And there may be some, I know there's been, one or two that I've done instead of with Jesse, with somebody else. And I know he's got one that he's thinking about that he would like to maybe do with Trevor, because we don't all like the same things, but just let us know if you got one you think would work.
Whoops, nope, wrong one. Where'd it go? Jordan, what free speech got violated? What, did I miss something?
I don't know.
Okay.
Know.
Well,
he may be turning into Popeye Jordan like he was last week.
Okay. And was it the first 58 movie show? Probably not a book or a comic because Curtis won't read it. Or it'll just take him a long time to do it, which is totally fine because he's still working on my 30-page book.
I don't read good.
No. But yeah, movie show, anything, that's,
The toy line, whatever. Yeah. Anything that you would like to have recommended to somebody else. So
we got Arc animated series from Carver Customs.
All right. Beauty.
He's going to pretend to be mad. Okay. I have no idea what happened.
All right. Sounds good.
Not enough purple in the camera tonight.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe the lack of, we had 12 shelf selections today and still no Richard Simmons. That might be it. So
yeah, but that's more of a van thing, isn't it? Anyway, Kevin. Yeah. Oh, Curtis knows. Apparently Curtis did something. I did something that Curtis knows about.
I think he's agreeing about the Richard Simmons, but.
Oh, okay. So you said you've been doing toy photography for about how long?
2010.
Okay. So almost a little over 14 years ish, or around 14 years. Very cool. And you said it was Legos that got you into it.
Yeah. If you go to flickr.com/KevinMBoots77, you can see the first however many years. I actually did a picture of the day, like a picture every day for 11 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And most of it was with Lego.
Okay. What was the site again?
Flickr.com /KevinMBoots77.
Okay.
You pulling that up?
I'm trying to. Is it
okay?
FLIKR.com.
I knew it was spelled weird. I just was not spelling it. I was not spelling it the correct weird way. Nope. Still not spelling it right. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll come back to that. There we go. Maybe. All right. Nope. My computer's being a pain in the butt. I'm sorry. So it's the same as your current handle, the Kevin M. Boots 77, but on Flickr. So, yeah.
Actually, usually if you Google me, the Kevin M. Boots 77, it's always a Flickr picture that pops up first.
Oh, okay. Well, let me try that.
A comment from Van Johnson. He says, "Black cats and bottle rockets with figures attached. Tell him shooting the shelf said this is the best."
No. No, do not. I mean, if it's a toy black cat and not a living creature, sure.
I
Do
think he's
not
talking. No,
harm
I think he's talking about
animals.
the there's like a firework called Black Cats. That's the firework. Yeah,
Right. I
firecrackers.
did try to blow up my Secret Wars Captain America with some black cats when I was a kid. I don't know why. It was old at that
Was it
point.
like part of your storyline, or you were just mad at it?
My brother had some fireworks and I just wanted to see it blow up. It was the one thing at the time I was like, I'm okay if that gets broken.
Interesting.
And
Yeah,
it
I
didn't
did that
break.
too.
Jordan, you need
But
stuff to
with
explode. Go boom.
it was a quarter stick of dynamite, and it was Exo Squad E frames. That
Oh wow.
that made a mess.
Okay, I got the Flickr page. I'm gonna see if I can scroll. Is it under photo albums or just the stream?
Either or.
Okay.
I actually have the photo albums are most of them are divided up into the years, and then there's
Okay.
some other ones for miscellaneous things, like there's a Mythic Legion one, and
Okay. All right. Here's one called Legos on Vacation. How's that one? That one sounds fun. Is it okay to bring
I
that
think
one up?
this is some early stuff.
All right. Let's see here. Legos on Vacation. All right. Let's get Kevin at the top so he doesn't get hidden by comments.
Sergeant Mick.
Yeah, that was these are really early. This is 2011. I'm probably going to Indiana to visit my parents.
Okay. This is fantastic. I love the guy in the Speedo in the back.
Yeah. But still wearing a helmet.
Beach Trooper.
Beach. Nice. Hey, before Rogue One did it. Oh, these are fun.
Yeah, the Lego stuff
man,
is
he's
always
shredded.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they
red.
had Beach Troopers in the Lego video game.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing stuff with them now. The ostrich, the gnome with the ostrich. Oh, this is a lot of fun. See, this is cool. This is
That's one of my favorite. The Captain Jack one's one of my favorite ones because it's the caption for that was "Where's the rum?"
So
oh yeah, the rum's all gone.
So you said you were doing like a photo a day on these.
Yeah.
Like, how long does that take to set up? Take the photo, get do whatever post production or whatever you're doing. Like, how long does it take to get a good shot in a single day, like every single day?
They were all good shots.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I used to I'd have an Altoid tin and I'd put the Lego minifigures, so I'd have them in my pocket with my phone, and I'd just go out and take a photo of, wherever. Actually, in my attic, I have I call it the sandbox. It's probably about 100 pounds of play sand. It's right there. This is in the sandbox to make it
Oh,
look
wow.
like it's outside, and it's just up in my attic.
Okay.
So this is not outside.
Nope.
It totally looks like
I would never have known that. Oh, that's cool.
I think that guy with the Speedo stole that other guy's helmet.
Bilbo with the clone or the battle droid head. This is fun. See,
Yeah,
all right,
and
I'm gonna have to come back and really go through these pages at some point because these are a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Lego is that when I did the Lego, it was for fun. Yes, I have a lot of Lego me.
Well, there you go.
And so there's the toy box action figures stuff, and there's a bunch of different things in there. Some of them are on my Instagram too, but they're buried so far back.
Okay.
And
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Take your kids to work day.
Oh, Is that one of those what are they called? The Toonie Terrors?
Yeah. That's actually my son's room.
Okay. He got Chopper examining Shaggy. All right. Please don't take this the wrong way, because sometimes I say things and they come out wrong. I'm complimenting you. I love that you're having fun with these, because so many people do, like a lot of the shots we were looking at the beginning. They're very serious. You know, they're very kind of cinematic, epic.
Right.
And I mean, they are fun. They're like cool, but like there's like a level of play and fun going on in these pictures that
Yeah, every now and then you need to have Batman riding Superman, you know?
sure, yes, like
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is that that's like the coffee goblin. I actually have the Instagram, and I don't know if you guys are aware of it. I have another Instagram page called Coffee Goblins, and it's Snag and the rest of the goblins. You know, I take them to coffee shops and we have fun.
okay.
And I mean, you know, and it's I don't want to be serious all the time. I know a lot of them have been serious or somewhat, but I like having fun with it. And for most of it, a lot, especially the Lego stuff, it was fun. Like the Legos knew they were Lego type of stuff.
Right. I mean, even these, like just Snag just chilling out on this edge of the riverbank or the lake
Yep.
or whatever.
That's
I
funny.
love this so
Yeah.
much.
That is hilarious.
Oh, oh man, this one is freaking epic.
Yeah, and that's sometimes in that Mega Man one that you guys had earlier. I like taking pictures further away, but they don't get the likes. People don't like them for whatever reason because you can't see the detail or whatever. I just did one of Novi and Lean, and I absolutely loved it. I got where he's got his mouth open and he's screaming at the sky, and I love it.
Nice.
And there's some ones that I took further away, and I knew they wouldn't work, but I like them.
I didn't even know about the coffee goblins. I just followed that on Instagram, and it's actually very awesome.
Yeah, actually, it's like I have my coffee in here, and this is my I got a bunch of different people on here.
Nice.
So I am drinking coffee. I've been up since 3 a.m.
Oh
gosh,
boy.
I had to work a 12-hour shift today.
Are you able to pull up Instagram, Jesse, or do you need me to?
No, Instagram does not like me on my computer. Like I can look up accounts, but I can't like look at the accounts. If that makes sense.
I will work on that while you
and this that shadow elf one right there, that's what I actually would like to print that out and put it in my house. And I get a lot of comments on that. Jeremy Gerard likes that one a lot. It's just a little stream up the road from me. It's actually not even a stream. It's like a ditch. And every once in a while we'll get water in it. And I just happen to be going by, the sun setting in the background, and I didn't do any. It just worked out really well.
That's a great shot. It's just the sun back there with the flare on it, and yeah, I can smell this picture.
I don't know what that means.
Like I mean, there's a lot of like parks and trails and stuff near me that I've been in places of very similar natural settings to this. So like I just, you know, the dried leaves, the kind of barren branches and everything. Yeah. This is an awesome shot. If you ever do prints of this one, sign me up.
I think I might have handed it out in 2022 when I handed some, when I was handing pictures out at Legion's Con. But I do like it a lot, so I'll probably print out some more if I get to go this year.
22 one I got from you is the one with the skeleton like sunken in the river with knights coming down in the background. I have them all. I have your 3 pictures that you've given me hanging right over my paint desk.
Yeah.
I'm not for once, at least in this comment, I'm not entirely crazy. Thank you, Joe and Rob.
Okay. I'm having the same problems as you with the Instagram right now on my computer.
Yeah, like it's like you have to sign in with a code, and I'm like, what code? And it never comes up on my phone.
The 2-step verification type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I haven't. Anyway. All right, so we got Kevin and Boots on Flickr, FLICKR.com, or Kevin and Boots 77 on Instagram, which should be in the scroll down here. Wholesome Warlock can taste the photo. Well, I mean, there you go.
All right.
Ooh,
each their own.
I mean, I get what I get that too. So at the beginning, you said you got into Mythic Legions through the goblins, the Lego minifigure goblin, and everything. Other than Legos, and before we get into the Mythic Legion stuff, is there any other? I mean, obviously you have some Star Wars stuff and things.
Yeah,
like
Black
the toy box. So was that like your Legos and Black Series, like your biggest collections prior to getting into Legions?
Yeah. I had Lego when I was growing up. Stopped there for a while. First job I got, first paycheck I got, I went out, got a Blacktron set. I got into it for a couple of years, probably around 16 to 18. And no toys, nothing until I'm originally from Indiana. My wife's originally from New York State. She moved out there for 2 years after we got married. We met on the internet. When we moved out here, we had our I have four kids. My first 2 were born in 07, 08. And we moved out here in 08. And I think it was a Millennium Falcon MIDI scale ship. And I got that, saw it at Walmart. I got it for Christmas, and that kind of started me on everything. I found out about the Lego Star Wars minifigures, started to get that. I don't remember how I got into actually taking pictures of them, but I found people on Flickr, they were doing. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And at the time, everybody was starting to do their picture a day for 365, and it just got out of hand.
Okay.
So that led into the Black Series started to come out, and I saw Mythic Legions on Instagram, people taking pictures, and I was like, oh, those are kind of cool. I wasn't really super interested in them at first, and I went to look to see if I could figure out if I could make a Gandalf that would go with Black Series.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, I'll go look for that Mythic Legions. Maybe they've got a wizard. So this is 2017 or 18.
Okay.
And so it's way before they're going to have a wizard. But I'm looking through on Big Bag Toy Store, and there's Snag. And he looks just like one of my Lego Coffee Goblins. Same hat, except for his is blue and theirs is brown. I'm like, I had a friend lives in Sacramento, and I sent him a picture of it. And I'm like, because he was doing the same thing with his. It's a 6-inch Coffee Goblin. I pre-ordered him, but at the same time, they had Keltis. Coliseum had just started to ship apparently, so I got Keltis.
Oh, nice.
Not knowing,
Right.
So I've got Keltis was my first in-hand Mythic Legion, and then it was downhill from there.
Okay. So was there a tie to the Motu stuff of it, or was it just the cool figure of it all?
Yeah, my brother always got. I have a brother who's a couple of years younger than I am. He and man, I always got Skeletor.
Okay.
and I saw that Skeletor head, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And I wasn't really thinking too much about it, and he shipped. I got him, and then I think it was Empire Toy Shop and Big Pet Toy Store. I pre-ordered Elf Ranger and Snag and someone else, another figure. I don't remember who it was at this time, but I ended up. I stopped. I don't get any more Lego. I don't get any more Black Series. It's all Mythic Legions and Cosmic too.
Okay.
I've been cherry picking that.
So ever since, so once you started getting them, that was kind of a pretty quick shift to dropping the other stuff.
Yeah, because I've always loved science fiction. Some of my earliest memories were like watching reruns of the original Star Trek on Chicago station, and going. Actually, my parents took me to see Wrath of Khan in the theater. I can remember seeing Return of the Jedi and stuff like that. So it's always been a big part of who I am. But when I started to get these knights and the skeletons, and it just opened up a whole new avenue for me to tell stories with. And I just, for what they are, I mean, $37, that's what the Black Series are going for now. And these are much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Black Series, I just saw the Hammerhead Ithorian.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. It's a deluxe figure. What does he come with? Oh, he comes with a gun and 3 cups. Like,
Yeah. And he's going to be like $45.
yeah. And it's like, it's one of those giant boxes and it's just him, a gun and 3 cups. I'm like, wow, man, they could have probably put that in a smaller box.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of cups, where do you get all these like coffee mugs and stuff for these guys? Because I noticed they're like, you've got some different ones.
The white ones are actually from Barbie.
Mm.
Like I said, I've got 3 daughters and a son, and they started to have we noticed those. A friend of mine sent me the metal one that Sith Thorn is holding there, and then Swick has one that says Kevin on it. My friend sent me too. Yeah, this is just me having fun. I like coffee. We drink coffee. So, and all these ones with a neon star in the background, those are in those coffee shop in Indiana called Fluid, and they actually love all my pictures. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, so
That's cool.
Have you done any pictures with a figure in the coffee?
yes.
Oh, sweet.
They're actually, I don't know.
Well, these are.
I know the Lego
outside the coffee grinder.
Yeah.
And that one just made me nervous. Because I know I was gonna say you're not afraid to put because like I said, that skeleton one, like you've got it in the water. The shadow elves you had, like I think that's really cool. A lot of people I think are maybe more timid or nervous about putting stuff.
My scapular. He never cleaned his boots off.
Ah.
So this is my version of scapular.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh. That's really cool. I saw, was it Steve-O, right? Steve-O Beg. He had someone bring him back dirt from the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah.
And he worked it into some glue or something to put on his gladiator figure. And I've got this. I know I've said this before, Curtis. I'm sorry. I'm saying it again. I've got this jar of dirt, a Coke bottle of dirt from South Africa that I want to work onto the African animal teams.
Somebody send you that?
No.
How'd you get it?
I brought it home.
You were there?
So, Kevin, What is your? Do you have a preferred like place to go for your pictures? I mean, you clearly get out in nature a lot. Is there like a?
I do. I want to answer Andy the Collector,
Oh yeah.
Valparaiso, Indiana.
Oh okay.
But so there's a state park and a village park just north of me that like everything you see right here is taken in. There's a waterfall, there's a creek, there's 2 reservoirs, and there's like 8 miles of hiking trails. So a lot of them get taken there.
Okay.
I do because of everything that I've done with, especially with Lego. I just got into taking stuff outdoors. I do have some foam. I'm going to try to make a dio so I can take some stuff because like right now and in the fall, even though I love going out on hikes, it gets a little difficult with the leaf litter everywhere to be able to take photos.
Ooh. I did like it. I was gonna say, how did I miss that one? I realized I'm looking at Curtis's page.
What's this soft good piece you got here?
That's from Struck Family.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is that?
I think that one that looked a little better, and it not as difficult to get him to stand up outside with the pauldrons off.
Oh, that lighting's cool on that one.
Oh
Yeah, and that David Williams had made a sketch of that, and I'm like, oh, I have to get that when I get my threes.
Yeah,
that cool. One will probably be handed out this year.
What is going on here?
I love that Red Death one.
What is this?
Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day.
It's Disco Red Death. That's crazy.
Oh, party till you drop. Literally.
Yeah. That's nice. I like that. Yeah, these are I love these nature shots. That's really cool.
Yeah, most of them are up in that area.
Very cool. I lived in Plainfield, Joliet area, Illinois, and I think I had some friends that came from Valparaiso. So you said that, I was like, wait, I gotta look up and make sure that's the right place. Yeah, there were some really cool parks out there too that I wasn't doing any really toy photography back then. But
there's that Darla Ackerman cake right there on.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Man, that stride on that one too. That's great.
I love this. This is cool.
Yes, Detour gifted me that Demistros at Legion's Con, and I am thankful for him. He's a great human being.
Oh yeah,
that is awesome.
Great dude.
Wait, I missed who did that?
Steph. Detour.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So
Nate saying, I love the captions, Kevin. Includes a lot of his shots. Great storytelling. Yeah, there's...
Yeah, see, I like this. Like, he found a vantage point above the mark. That's cool.
Yeah, that's Santa. That was Santa.
That's nice. Gonna take out the big man.
For some reason, that just took me back. When I was in high school,
I know this guy.
There was this. I found this website. It was like, you're a Star Wars fan. Kind of like the Jeff Foxworthy thing. And I printed it out because that's what you did. You just printed out all the jokes. And there was this thing where like a kid was trying to use Jedi mind tricks to get Santa to bring him a Han Solo figure for Christmas or something.
Dude, that is awesome right there.
That is inside. A couple years ago, I found one of those moons that rechargeable lights, and I've been able to take a couple pictures with that. I've got a humidifier that I'll set up, and same thing.
Got one too.
And then
yeah, that's cool.
And that's a Zylonian Guard bash with a Silverhorn Sentry, but when they announced that Silverhorn Sentry was going to be part of Reinforcements 2, it was like a dream come true as one of the figures that I wanted forever.
Oh, that's nice.
That is probably the figure I have the most of that have only been like popped and swapped with the parts that come with them.
Right.
That's such a cool figure. Man, it's hard to keep conversating. Just want to get lost into all your pictures.
Yeah,
so folks, make sure you go follow all of Kevin's pages and check out all his stuff. It's cool. I love that shot of Neve.
Kevin M. Boots 77, and then the other one was the Coffee Goblin. So,
and I'll put a link. I should put the Coffee Goblins in there so other people can find them too.
Cool.
But like that I had a copy Noah Pratt with that gold.
Yeah.
But I got his skirt piece there. I actually was hoping that they were going to do ARF Trooper, a Black Series ARF Trooper, and as far as I know, they haven't done it. But I had those custom made because I had 2 Lego minifigures that I had made up that had the same skirt or cama, but they would look really good on with Army of Leodicius, the Red Soldier.
I did that with one of the Lee Jays. I put on the Lord Dragool. I put his like little bat shaped cape. I gave that to like that lower back skirt, whatever you just called it.
Cama,
yeah. Sorry, I'm updating the banner to have the Coffee Goblins on it as well. Excuse me.
Yeah, and I think that was just at Coffee Goblins, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Coffee _ Goblins.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So Star Wars, are you getting anything from anything else anymore, or is it just the Mythic and Cosmic for the most part? Are you cherry picking any of the other lines anymore?
No, I thought about. I would like to get a some of the Bad Batch. I think, especially I can't think of his name right now. The sharpshooter, Crosshair.
Yeah.
And if they do Ventress, I don't know if you watched last week's, but if they do Ventress looking like that, I'll be getting that. That would actually, I might actually get a hot toy if they did that.
I've not seen last week's yet. I knew they brought someone back. I'm not worried about spoilers because I wait like 2 weeks to watch with my mom. So since they're so short,
right?
And is she got like the short haircut?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I haven't even watched this season at all. I don't know how many episodes they're in, but it like got to a point where it was like, I'll just wait till it finishes and then I'll go back and binge it all.
Yeah, the last one comes out actually May 1st, so it'd be 501.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we got about 4 or 5 more episodes left. Cool.
Yeah, once that happens, I'll just go back and watch it. But I've loved it up until this season. So
yeah.
It feels like, without trying to spoil anything, it feels like they're, instead of doing like the 1 or 2 like little episodic like adventure missions, it feels like they're doing more of a straightforward overarching story through this season so far.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I never thought I'd enjoy one guy talking to himself as much as that.
Oh man. Well, since we're talking about Star Wars, get an opinion from you. Have you seen the Acolyte trailer and any thoughts on that?
I cannot wait for that to come out. Okay. I hope it's as good as it looks like it's going to be. I've never known Carrie Ann Moss to do something that's not good. So seeing her that she's in it, but yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, I'm also pretty excited for it. I like the more intense feel of it. I like that we're outside of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against the Skywalker saga. It's just it's nice to see something that I have no idea where this is going to go, and I'm pretty excited to see what they do with this. I know I read the first couple books in the High Republic, like the novels, and I was really enjoying the way they were describing the Jedi in that. So it'll be cool to see a version of that on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could really do anything. I mean, who knows? Like, I have no idea what direction they're going to go.
Yeah, and that's a exciting thing about the time frame that they're choosing is that literally they can do anything.
Yeah.
You know, you have some boundary set, but other than that, it's, you know, whatever they want to do. So
Well,
it could be really good.
It's a good point because, like, as we went through, like, you know, the prequel trilogy, and then, you know, some of the other ones like the, you know, Mandalorian series and stuff, there's like, because they're messing with certain time, like, you know, they're based on where the time is, like, you know, certain characters aren't going to like die or aren't going, you know, whatever.
Right.
I mean, since this is so far before, you're right, they can really do whatever. Like, nobody's safe, you know, like, they can do whatever they want. So,
Well, that's one of the things not to change subject, but that's why I really got into Mythic Legions too, is because I can tell a story and I'm not constrained because there's no preconceived conception of how these characters act. I can be completely free with them.
Yeah, that was a huge draw for me as well. Like, I know a lot of people have said this. You know, you get your Luke Skywalker, you get your Spider-Man. You know, Luke's not going to pose a certain way. You know, he's not going to be mixing
Right.
with certain other characters. You know, Spider-Man's got a lot more variety of poses because he's Spider-Man, depending on how good the articulation is. But, you know, with Mythic Legions, I can't tell if Curtis is paying attention or if he froze.
no, I'm here.
I mean, really paying attention. I know you pay attention, but, like, you know, with the Mythic Legions, you know, you can do anything. You can mix them around and you can do whatever storytelling you want. That's what initially got me into wanting to get a couple after I got Thistlethorn. I was like, oh, well, there's that Shadow Equidron, and, you know, maybe I'll get some skeletons or this from that Alithia wave that was still, you know, waiting to ship. And I was going to go do those photos today, but I was too lazy and I didn't feel like going out to the park.
Yeah, I was going to get my displays set up today, and I mean, we got the detox back in here, but that was...
You got your floor all done?
Yeah, floor's done.
Excellent.
Thank God. So, yeah, all that's behind us. But yeah, now I've got to figure out how I want to set up my displays. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Kevin? I see you got some stuff behind you. Do you have, you know, a certain way that you like to display your stuff, or how is your setup?
Well, this is it. I mean, most of my figures are in these, and that way when I go, and I actually got a label maker for Christmas, so that's I can grab who I want to, put them in a backpack, and go out and get photos.
That's pretty clever.
So those two are usually up on top because they're Ravenna and probably one of my favorite figures. And
what? That is a golem. Okay, I was like, is that a golem sitting on the edge there
with flannel? It's a Jesse golem.
Someday.
Yeah. So
that's a nice calendar you got in the background too.
Oh yeah. There might be some left on Etsy once the shooter shot. I got to change it tomorrow.
Yep, I got mine right next to me as well.
Yep.
Getting a sneak peek for April, huh?
Yeah.
It's been said once or twice before tonight, but shout out to my Fuzz Monks and Flannel Gang. Thank you, Jordan.
There you go. Yeah, you flip over to April and there's no picture there. It's an April Fool's by
Yeah.
Trevor, where he just there's no picture whatsoever.
It's just April O'Neil and Mr. T.
It's that like blue dot painting. You know? That would, yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Huh?
That's all right.
Probably.
Yep. We want a close up of the Jesse
Oh,
golem.
come on.
So
What's it doing, Precious?
yeah.
Was it tasty?
You got Darla with that one. She's chuckling over there.
This is actually from Ever After High doll that one of my kids had. And I put it on him. Usually he's got a Curtis hair bun, but it's come undone.
Nice.
But he's one of the ones I'll have fun with. I've got outfits for him. He's gone to the beach. He's gone on vacation with us. He likes coffee too. He'll go to coffee shops with me every once in a while.
Nice. Does he go fishing? Does he ever go fishing? Sorry.
Not yet. My son's into fishing. He might have to go fishing now.
Okay.
And I don't have an outfit. There were two figures. There was Smeagol and there was Gollum. And the Gollum looks mean, but if you put something in front of him, it looks like he's chomping it, like he's eating something. But I think there's a picture somewhere of him eating a tomato.
Nice.
Oh,
Not a
man,
Lord of the Rings tomato.
That's a very traumatic image just came to mind.
I didn't know they made a Smeagol action figure.
Yeah, there's I can't remember who made that. I've had it for a while.
Well, if you
My wife
find
actually
out,
bought it for me.
yeah, if you find out, let me know because I've been wanting to make a Billy Beige, and that'd be perfect. So
Curtis.
What? What? I think it would be a great start. Then I wouldn't have to do as much customizing. So
Oh, I don't.
Jesse's lost. She doesn't know where to go.
You're so mean to Billy.
Poor
So,
Billy.
Kevin, what else? What are you watching right now? Anything? I know you talked about Bad Batch a little bit, but what else you got going on?
I need to finish. Yeah, no, he's not going. He's not going anywhere. I need to finish watching Blue Eyed Samurai. I haven't made it all the way through that yet.
How are you liking that?
I like it a lot. Couple of Trevor and Nate have said that Shogun's good. I might try to watch that too.
Yeah,
I
I'm like
honestly
a couple episodes through Shogun. I probably would be further in, but you have to do a lot of reading, so it slows me down. So because they're like I would say 90% of the show is like all subtitled. Unless
you haven't learned Japanese.
Yeah. It would probably be easier for me at this point to learn Japanese than it would be to read all those subtitles.
I'm used to reading subtitles. I've watched a lot of anime in the past, so
okay.
But I honestly don't watch too much. It's softball, baseball season right now, so that's starting to go on. My daughter is actually in New York State. They started flag football for girls, and she's wide receiver, so I have that to watch, and I watch a lot of I watch you guys and all the try to watch everybody. Might not watch it live like I used to be able to, but I'll watch everybody and then listen to the podcast, Mythic Enablers and Euro Legions and
okay. What as a photographer, what do you think about this one, Kevin?
That new Gollum scares me.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad picture.
Like, did
I'm
the
surprised
band just take that
like
and
they
send
got
that to you?
No, it's
a
on his
little drunk.
Instagram. So it says, well, I mean, there's comments on here from 11 hours ago, so it's got to be, can't be too new. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't use this as a shelf selection.
I haven't really been on Instagram today.
Well, there you go. Now you got one for next week.
Well,
So,
yeah.
I don't see anything in there that would disqualify this one. Do you?
Nothing would disqualify it.
Cool. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see that next week then. That was all right. Trevor says for the non-readers, there's a dubbed version. Is it
guarantee
on?
You that's awful.
Is it like where do you find the dubbed version? You have to like jailbreak it somewhere or something? Because
it's probably
I'm watching it on Hulu, and I didn't see a different option on there, but okay, I might take a look. Because that reading, man, I'm like every now and then I gotta like go back because I'm like they went too fast. They went to the next scene before I could finish reading the current scene. So I'm just slow. All right, guys, I got a learning disability.
I just watched 3 Body Problem on Netflix. That was
really cool. I want to watch that because I read I was going to try to read the book, but the translation makes it difficult to read, kind of like The Witcher. I tried to read the Witcher, and because of the way they translate it, it didn't in my mind run smooth enough for me to want to keep reading it. But that's actually a really good concept, that 3-body problem.
Van says have Darla read it too. Fun fact, I don't have my family members read subtitled things to me, but if there's a movie that or a series that has like that scroll at the beginning, like the Star Wars, like where there's like that big reading at the beginning of each episode, like if there's a movie that has something like that back in 1700s, blah blah blah, and it like I definitely will call somebody downstairs to have them read it for me. So, FYI, there you go.
Well, if you get a chance to watch it, Curtis, 3-body and Kevin, I mean, you're already aware of the concept of it, but it's
called 3-body.
Really good. 3-body problem. It's on. I think Mira's talked about it a couple times in the chat, and I finally, I saw that Liam Cunningham was in it. I'm like, all right, I have to watch this because I love me some Liam Cunningham. Wait, yeah, that's him. He was the Onion Knight on Game of Thrones, Sir Davos.
And what's the gist of it?
Contact with alien life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure how far, if they'll have it in there, but there's a concept that is in that completely terrified me that I hadn't thought about before.
Okay.
That's called Dark Force. And if it's in the movie, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept.
Okay. If they got to it in season 1, they didn't call it by that name. We'll see.
I didn't know they were splitting it up into seasons.
So yeah, I was hooked. I watched it all between yesterday and today. Yeah.
Did we get to this super chat from Eddie?
I'm not reading that one. You can.
Jesse Gollum with a bottle of mayonnaise, $100. So there you go. Somebody wants to make a Jesse Gollum with a bottle of mayonnaise. Eddie's willing to pay $100. So
JG, I don't know if it's a continuation or I don't know. It's new to Netflix. It's got an international cast. Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. A toy goat. Yeah. Okay. I'll read this. A Jesse Gollum with a toy goat. I can support that.
Okay.
He didn't specify he wanted me to read it.
Good stuff. So besides, you talked about Legos, you talked about, obviously Mythic Legions. Are there other lines that you're into right now that you've been collecting or enjoying?
No,
Okay.
I especially I can't even remember the last Black Series I bought. In fact, because it's good. I'm not. If they're want me to pay, if I have to pay $30, I'd rather save it for Allegiance.
Gotcha.
And I kind of lost interest in taking those photos, to be honest with you. And that's really what drives my collecting. Like, I had a scapular, right? And I sold it to Dorclair, and that actually helped fund my reinforcements too. I paid $100 for it, and that's what I sold it for. And I knew I could have probably got more for it, but my collecting is more on what I can do with the figure in photos. Like something might pop. Like I have blue Hagnon that I haven't really taken any photos of yet because I have an idea for a photo and I have to find the right prop to do it with. So that kind of stuff. Goblins are another story. If Goblin shows up, I automatically get the Goblin.
Gotcha.
And the Shadow Elves too. The Cinderhorn one from the latest wave. I ordered 2 of those right off because
Nice.
And Neve, the Neve is one of the best figures that I honestly think that they put out so far. And the new Scapular too. And I have to laugh because I wasn't expecting an answer, but I messaged Jeremy and I said, are the gauntlets, are they Selena or are they whoever the Red Star Cabrera is? And he answered me and said it was Celine. And I'm like, I'm taken a little aback. I wasn't expecting an actual answer from you. Usually he'll say, well, you'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So wait, say that again.
So on the new Scapular,
Uh-huh.
he has his gauntlets it's a face. And it looks like the artwork of Celine that they have on the thing, but weren't completely sure, especially with how the story of the Red Star Cabrera, whatever it is, how that went and how they talked in that. I wasn't sure if they were going to introduce another godly being or whatever, heavenly being. So I asked him about it, and he actually gave me an answer, which was nice.
Awesome.
That's really cool. I did not see that on the gauntlets.
Are you pulling that up?
I'm trying to.
I don't know if it will. There's a picture I took and posted on my Instagram of the gauntlets. I don't know because the only thing I actually took more pictures of at Legion's Con was Neve, but I took several different angles of those gauntlets trying to get as close as I could.
They're clever. Everything on the website, it's either got the shield covering it, or it's under the sleeves, or they're turned away from it. I don't know if that was Trevor doing that on purpose. You can answer that, Trevor.
That clever Trevor.
I mean, it doesn't look unnatural. Like, it all looks like natural posing you would do with those figures, but every shot I see of it, they're covered up. What's up, Alberto? Joe Vazapolo. Never have enough Shadow Elves. More Shadow Elves confirmed. Just kidding. I mean, we are getting minutia.
I would love to have more Shadow Elves.
That you can.
Jesse, I just sent you a thing on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
I would be down for some 1.0 Shadow Elves.
That's one of the things I have my Kronog. I think that the Trapjaw. I painted that, and Joe actually helped me figure out color. I have it painted up, but I got to figure out a head to go with it. to make a 1.0 shadow elf. Next to the goblins, shadow elves are probably my favorite.
See, that's my problem. I went to the in focus page, not the actual figure page. I'm sorry.
You silly goose.
I took Okiedos and made another shadow elf out of him.
Oh, nice.
That looks really cool.
I think I'm gonna do that with my second Thrace body, is make a shadow elf out of that.
Yeah, I want to get another Zeri, and I have someone who I want to get the excuse me. I know that they Manisha, they've got the Zeri head painted up as a shadow elf, but I want to get one now so I can have a couple female shadow elves.
Nice. Is it okay if I bring that photo up? And
Yep.
You're right. You can see it on the 3/4 view. I can't zoom in on my desktop. So I can bring this up here. I think this is a really nice shot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's based on the Celine artwork.
And Emil's the one that
really
pointed
cool.
that out. He was down there looking at it and talking to someone else, and he pointed it out to me and like, oh, I didn't notice that before.
That's really cool. I know I was standing looking at the display case that weekend at Legion's Con where they had them all out, and on the Atlas, you could see it looked like there was elements of some of the other factions worked into his armor, which I thought was really cool. I didn't notice that during the live stream, because during the live stream, if you're sitting in that room, it's kind of hard to like see all the details.
Yeah,
and you're looking at the phone, but then you're looking up to see how people are reacting. It's very cool. Well, that's cool. I had not noticed that. I mean, I was excited for this figure anyway. I'm even more excited now to go. Can't wait to see all the details on these guys.
See, and that's what I love about especially the scapular figure and the sorry, the Sun's faction now too, is that you're not going to be an evil faction and have Celine the Green, the Great Mother on as your gauntlet. To me, you're not an evil faction.
Maybe. I mean, they're also like mercenaries. Maybe they're going after her.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think you're right. Normally, if you're putting somebody into your armor, it's because you would admire them, I would think. So,
and it might actually have something to do with why he left the congregation too. Without knowing too much behind the story, and that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to when we get the lore book, to the scapular story in particular.
And just look at all those, like, besides the gauntlets, like, just look at all the detail, the sculpt details in that thing. Like, unbelievable.
And this is him and Attila or whatever.
Yeah. Or no, Atlas from this one, the Atlas.
Yeah. The amount of detail that they put into these two figures, how important they are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
I was going to go back and watch some more Resident Alien after the show tonight. I might just spend the rest of my evening looking up zooming in on all these pictures, trying to see what I can find in their armor. I'm going to do a quick cut for anyone watching this who is not already planning on coming to Legion's Con in November. If you come to Legion's Con, we don't know what the next wave is that they're going to reveal at G-Con this year, but they have the last couple years they've had them out. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been lots of theories, and I think even you've said like it would be cool for them to do like a story wave. I think that would be good. I would love to get a Covenant of Shadows type story wave. Would be neat.
But if you can make it to Legions Con, if you're not familiar with it, and I know most people watching this here in the chat tonight are probably familiar with it.
I don't know.
But if you're
Drunk
not,
Gizmo says Legions Con. What's that? Sounds cool.
it's worth checking out. You can just go to legionscon.com. It's in November in New Jersey, and it is where we have the big turnout. It's the big show of the year for Four Horsemen. It's the day after they do their big, their next big Mythic Legions reveal, and all that stuff. But the cool thing is you'll get to see the prototypes, like where Kevin got that picture from that he took from the display. So they're in a case, so you can walk up, and now granted they are like the prototypes, so they're, the scale's slightly larger, and it's all that, but it's right there. You can take a look at all this stuff in person and then just get to geek out and speculate on, all the details about it and how cool they're going to be getting hands. So like I said, I know most of you out in the chat are familiar with this.
Boy.
Joe Vasapolo, start saving now.
Dragon confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, because Alberto is asking, when's our prediction on when the dragon is dropping? I don't know. I have no guess on that myself.
I might guess.
We have a dragon already.
Yeah, we also have Granomir, which is like, a full dragon, my guess is sometime early to midsummer would be my guess. So I think it's going to be far enough out from Legions Con. I don't think it's going to be at Legions Con. I don't think they'll reveal that at that, because then you got a G-Con for, basically one figure. So
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do an All-Stars wave in the summer like they have been doing, and they do the dragon.
Yeah, I would love for All-Stars to be killed. So just, yeah,
There's, yes, I agree with that to a point, with all the new figures that we are getting, but there are some figures that I wouldn't mind getting more of. If they were to do version 2 or introduce new characters with similar looks to them, that would be satisfy that, kind of like what they did with Reinforcements 2.
Yeah. I think if it'd be cool to change it to where it was, maybe we even got to see, I don't know, maybe the studio took like 10 older characters that haven't been released in a while and did like some concept art for a version 2 for them, and then you got to vote based on that. And
that would be cool.
even if it was something like where it was using parts that are already existing, so no new tooling, but like with like concept art in terms of paint jobs and stuff, that would be I don't know, I think that would be cool. How am I lying? What am I lying about?
Wait, what are you blaming on me?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
What did you lie about?
I don't know. I just said what I thought it would be. It was just a guess. I'm sorry.
One
Joe,
shooter did bring up that.
What do you think? What is he lying about? I want to know. Type faster.
I'm just excited. Like Legions kind of gets me excited. It makes me go, yeehaw!
Oh, please don't ever do that again.
Ew, man. It wakes me up. It's like a rooster in the morning, like cock-a-doodle-doo, like, man, I get excited about some Legions Con. So.
Oh, what is happening? Why do I taste vomit?
Trevor did bring up that they are supposed to reveal one of the con exclusives, not exclusive, but the con edition figure on Wednesday for Horsemen Clock.
Yeah. Well, any predictions?
Well, Trevor knows about it. It's not going to be a Trevor the Trevor Nate tribute that has one head and two bodies.
That would be cool. Or
But
or two heads. Yeah, two heads on the
Yeah.
same figure.
I don't know. They could pull another Blood Armor 2 on us and reissue. It would be nice if they did a version 2 of Ravenna to go along with that Blood Armor, since she was the fan exclusive for the Advent of Decay. But we'll see.
So I mean, if you look back at the last 2 years, if we just kind of take that as the format, the last 2 years, the Legion's Con exclusives, the first day has been something. So like 2 years ago, it was the Bill Mancuso figure that he had put together, the unknown one. And then last year it was the version 2 of Blood Armor. So it's kind of can be really anything the first day. And then the second day has been the like a tribute figure. And the last 2 years, it's been a 2-pack tribute type thing. So if the one that they're revealing is the Saturday one, I would say it's probably not a tribute. But it could be a version 2. It could be a unique new character.
I would guess that would be a Cosmic too. I just have a feeling it's probably going to be Cosmic. But it could be Mythic, especially with 10-year anniversary.
A blue glow in the dark Sphexian.
Firefly Sphexian.
Yeah. Troy the translucent butt.
Do you think they would
glow in the dark butt?
You don't think they'd ever do like an exclusive like figure obscura, right? That would be too.
I was thinking about that today, and they could do something like that, and it could be cool depending on what it is. I could almost see them doing the Jersey Devil, because I feel like that's one of the ones they want to do.
I mean, if you're going
to
to do an exclusive Jersey Devil, the Legion's Con with their double anniversary in Jersey would probably be a good place to do it. But yeah, I don't know.
I personally, because Dorkler beat me to it, as calling it Legion's Con and everything, I don't see them doing a figure obscura at the con. Because part of the whole deal with the figure obscura is that they can drop it, for everybody to get access to.
Well, with him saying that, like, do you not consider figure obscura a Legion's line? Like, you got Cosmic Legion, Mythic Legion. You don't consider it a Legion's line?
It's literally not in the title, so no, I don't consider it a Legion's line. I
mean,
we
don't have it's Legions in our title, but do you consider ourselves a Legion show?
We're on the event page, aren't we?
We are. So
yeah.
I'm just saying, just because it doesn't have Legions in the title doesn't necessarily mean it's not.
We're not the official company making it.
They are mixing and matching parts with the other two Legions lines. So
perhaps there'll be a third exclusive that would be that they'll just drop like they did with the Valiant Knight this year, and it will be a figure obscura that will also be available shipping soon thereafter. They could do that.
Okay.
True. Yeah. Or a variant of a previous figure.
Yeah.
I just with the way Jeremy and the guys, they've talked about the way they present that stuff, it just doesn't seem like Legion's Con would be a place they would.
Yeah, I don't think it would either. I just was.
It would be cool, but I don't.
Just a conversation, Jesse. We don't need to get riled up. I'm sorry, you don't need to attack me.
I don't know. No, not at all. What I think this is Trevor calling us out, telling us we're not a Legion show because it's not in the title.
I think he was saying no, not at all, as you don't consider a Legion's line. So,
Joe, how many exclusives do people honestly expect?
I mean, I would say based on what they've done the last couple of years, I would expect one on Saturday and a 2-pack on Sunday. That's what I would expect. Now we could be wrong, and they could have 5 or 6, or they could have none. I don't know. But I would say, based on the pattern from the last 2 years, I would say 3 total, a single and a 2-pack. So
now they did announce some. I don't know if it was in the official announcement for Legion's Con with all the people. There's something on there that says the Legion's Con exclusive sets or debuts, however they word it. It was worded as sets. You know, I'd be perfectly fine if it wasn't one of the days wasn't a figure, if it was a full faction banner set by C. Jessam.
Like a
I know
soft
that's not
goods
as
pack.
exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they did the Necronominous one.
Trevor
Yeah.
said 6-pack. Huh. All right. Would that be a 1 6-pack? I don't know. I mean, I would be okay. I know there's been like when they were doing the heads pack, you know, there were some folks out there that were asking about like a knight's head pack, like for your older knights that just had like bucket helmets and stuff like that. Something like that would be kind of cool, like a exclusive heads pack. I mean, realistically, whatever they do is going to be awesome. So, you know, it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what it is. So
I'm waiting to see. They had said something about that original Night Builder pack that they had, where you had the 2 torsos and all that. I think they came out with Covenant of Shadows, maybe, that they weren't necessarily going to reissue that, but they were working on it basically like a version 2. I'm hoping for that sometime this year too, because that would be one of my Grail ones that I want. That's one that I really like to get with all the extra night parts and everything else that comes with
It'd
it.
be cool if they did that with the new like the new Necronominous Wave torso, and you get like
Right.
multiple soft goods so you can swap out the different colors for the tops and everything.
absolutely.
I knew he wasn't excited about what I was saying.
No, I was excited about Trevor because he nailed it. That's what we need for our legions is a truck stop cowboy hat. Dorklayer says something that has me absolutely confused. I've read it 3 times and I still can't make sense of it. Based on history and patterns, I expect this year's exclusive to not follow the pattern history. So
True.
because of all the anniversaries of it, I think he's
I
saying
guess expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's how I'm reading that.
I mean, I'm just saying that could have been an easier way to say that.
I think
Besides all
he's a
that
teacher.
patterns
I think
and
he said that just
history
fine.
and-
There's just
I don't know, man.
there's just a comma in there, 3 off.
That's a little confusing, teacher. I think you need to just say what you mean. Stop trying
That's
to
all
be
right.
all poetritical about it.
Bill, how do you teach kids how to address mail? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that.
As opposed to addressing females? Oh, very nice. So, okay, listen, we're gonna get real here, folks, because Jesse just took a shot at me, and you guys didn't realize it, and that's fine.
Today?
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing. Here in Missouri,
Kevin.
okay, when I went to school here in Missouri, and they were telling us how to like address an envelope, like put your address on there. They always told us that you did the person's name, their street address, city and state, and then on the bottom line, the last line, you did zip code separately from city and state. So that's how I was taught here in Missouri. My whole life, they told me that doesn't go on the same line as the city and state. It goes on a separate line. So
I don't know
then
what's going on here, but that hat is getting to you're like slipping into a southern accent the longer you wear that hat.
Well, it because I'm getting into a thing here where apparently I found out that my Missouri education was just that. It was not all it's cracked up to be, because now my whole life when somebody would send, I would say, hey, send me your shipping info so I could, we had the painted up contest, we had all these other things we got to send stuff to. When somebody would send me their address and they would put the zip code like on the same line as the city and state, I would get a little mad inside. Now I wouldn't tell them, I wouldn't say, hey, why are you doing it the wrong way? Why are you not putting the zip code, on a separate line by itself? But inside I get a little mad at that person. All right. So just know anybody that's ever won anything from us and I've shipped you anything, if you sent me your address and you put that zip code on the same line as city and state, I got mad. And I got mad based on the poor education that I got here in Missouri. All right. Because my whole life I thought that was the right way to do it. And I just found out this past week That's actually not the preferred way. If you go to the USPS, you go online, whatever, and you look at it, they say that is a way you can do it, but it's preferred to have it on the same line as city and state. So here I've been misjudging, and I've been holding it against folks my whole life. And I'd just like to say, for all you folks that I didn't talk to, but I was mad inside about you sending me your address the wrong way. Turns out I was wrong, and I'm sorry. And I hope somebody's recording this so you can use it later, because it's not often that I admit I'm wrong, but my education failed me. There you go.
To be fair,
and now
it was
Jesse's making fun of me because of my poor education.
It was a mild.
What kind of person does that make him? That he's making fun of somebody because of their poor education. Go ahead, Jesse. Explain yourself.
I didn't out all of this. I wasn't making fun of you to the group. I was having a little tete-a-tete with you individually. There you go.
Yes, we forgive you.
Which means this is kind of like the Patrick thing. So you've been resenting me for 2 years since whenever you sent me that first thing, because that's how I do my address. So you've been holding this in against me for 2 years.
Listen, as a teacher, I won't pull this up from Dorclair, because he says there was a shift at one point where the 2-letter state code changed the format. Curtis might be predating that shift. So what he's saying is I don't have a poor education, but that I'm old as dirt. That's what he's saying.
How old are you, Curtis?
I think so, because I remember when they changed from the multiple letter, like the capital lowercase, to the just 2 capital letter. Like that happened while I was in school. So
now, I'm 47, and I know that when we first started, we were doing the 3 letters, and then we went to the 2 letters somewhere along the line.
And Joe says the post office will figure it out, Curtis. Do what you're comfortable with. But that's the problem. It wasn't just a matter of what I was comfortable with, because I guarantee because now I use the pirate ship and I just print the labels. But if I ever wrote you guys your labels on some of the early ones we sent out, I guarantee if you go back and look at it, I put your zip code on the bottom line. And that's the bottom line.
To be fair,
Missouri education says so.
Curtis admitted he's wrong. I wasn't trying to get him to admit that, but when we were looking at these things, it did say the way he is suggesting was an acceptable way to do it.
Yeah. Well, and yes, I am as old as dirt, because I found out that I was born in the same year as Joe Gonzalez. So there you go. That's how old I am.
3 years before me.
I'm Joe Gonzalez old. All right. So there you go. And for anybody out there that has certain feelings about this hat or what kind of things that this hat brings, you voted for this shit. Okay. There is still a vote out there on this page that Jesse put out there. I voted for Shogun haircut. My wife voted for Shogun haircut. My whole family voted for Shogun haircut. But in numbers, you guys voted for this hat. So I'm just saying, you brought this on yourself.
Kevin, thank you so much for joining us on the Curtis Show tonight.
I already told Curtis, every time I see that hat, I think of the theme song from what was it? America World Police from the South Park guys, and that's the entire show that's been going in my head.
Oh wait, did you?
I put up Trevor's. Yeah.
Oh man. See, and it was even without the meme that got made 2 weeks ago when he posted that, is I just hear, especially if he froze up on camera, it looked like he froze up, and they're like, well, the Duke boys gotten himself in a heap of trouble tonight.
And here's the other thing, guys. I would have never found out that I was wrong about this, except for I opened up to my friends in the OffWorld chat, and I told them, hey, this is something that's bugged me my whole life. I've been holding grudges against people based on this zip code thing, and I've never told anybody, and I'm going to open up to you guys about it. And then they proceeded to tell me how I was an idiot. So there you go.
I don't think any of us called you an idiot.
That's the kind of friends I got, just so you know.
We can't hold you accountable for how you were taught, Curtis.
Thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate that. So
It took him forever to say that that's how he was taught.
it was. That's why they had beat it into my brain that any way besides that was wrong. So
Them shelf Oh, now I can just hear the car horn going off. Nope, I think that's a Nokia phone.
Nokia phone. Holy shit.
Yeah, that oh my goodness. Oh, Kevin, do you plan on going to what's that thing again? Legion's Con?
Yes.
What's that thing
Hopefully.
again? Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
Beautiful. Well, we saw you at this past Legion's Con. We can't wait to see you at this next one. And you got any other shows that you're planning on attending this year?
No, just that one.
Okay. Well, it was a lot of fun having you on. Once again, folks, check out both of Kevin's Instagrams. Check out that coffee goblin, coffee_goblin. Check out Kevin. It's Kevin M Boots 77. Is that right?
Yes.
Kevin M Boots 77. The first 76 are not him. That is totally different people. But 77, you got the right guy. So, yeah. There you go. Kevin, anything else? Anything that you want to promote or talk about before we close out
All
the show?
time, V-Dog. I'm wrong all the time.
No, it's those two.
Yeah.
Can't
Cool.
really think of anything else.
All right. Well, I mean, for any of you folks out there that are watching these Legion shows, including the ones that don't have Legions in the name, that doesn't make them not a Legion show. You should see Kevin in the chats because he is always there and great guy. Like I said, check out his Instagram. Hopefully you'll see him at Legion's Con. And Kevin, we really appreciate you being on. It was cool looking at all your fun picks.
No, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you at Legion's Con and whatever foes you put up next.
Yep. So we're gonna put you backstage. We're gonna close out the show. If you've got to run, that's fine. If not, hang out and we'll be right back with you and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Kevin is the man. True.
Rob, I don't know. I mean, this was a short show. We're over 2 hours. What do you mean short?
Yeah, we're 2:08. It's about
I mean,
normal.
I'm glad that you want more of us, but
I mean, Matt Rod stretches out to 3 hours plus, right? I think is that still the longest one? Is Matt Rod?
I know one of the ones with Jeremy went pretty long, or maybe that was his show that went pretty long.
Okay.
When we were on there, but yeah, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, the Matt Rod definitely went long because he got all worked up about Kevin Costner.
Yeah, a big Kevin Costner fan. So remember, folks, if you want me to take the hat off, go to the community section of the Just Shelve It YouTube page. The poll is still up there. You can cast your vote for Shogun, and we can get me back in a ponytail where I belong. So
I'm still paying. Keep talking. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, Joe. I need to get a good night's sleep tonight.
But I think, oh shoot, I pulled down took out the slides because we've got to pull up our guests for next week. So let me get to that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Jesse, kill time for me.
So Curtis is pulling up our slides again because we're going to bring up the picture of next week's guest. But yes, in the meantime, we're going to say things like, good luck, Jess. I don't know. Good luck. Oh, with the doctor's, it'll be fine. I'm not sick. I want to get this thing removed. So I'm going to a new doctor tomorrow. I didn't want to say Kevin because Kevin was here. I've named this before I knew who you were, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, if we pulled you back on for a second because Jesse has this little guest on his hand that he also calls Kevin. Would you be upset if he did name that after you? Or what do you think about that? Can we get the two Kevins on the screen at the same time?
No, come on. All right, come on, man.
Why? The people want to.
I usually go by Boots. Actually, everybody ends up calling me Boots.
Okay, well then there you
Okay.
go. There you
All
go. We can call
It
you
just-
Boots, and we call Jesse's
The
Kevin.
reason I called it Kevin is because one of the first times I banged this thing on something, I just when I'm not bringing it up, I'm self-conscious
Show the
about
people,
this.
the people
No.
want to see Kevin.
You know the scene in Home Alone where the mom realizes that Kevin's not with him and she just sits up and screams, "Kevin!" That's what I felt when I first hit this thing, and I just called it Kevin, and it just became a joke. And I've had this on my hand for over 12 years now, so this has nothing to do with Boots, which I will make sure to call you from now on, Kevin. Curtis, bring you guys back up. I'm not putting it on.
People want to see Kevin.
I don't.
There I am.
You're
Yes,
Boots, though. You're Boots. People want to see Kevin. Come on, Jesse. Give him one Kevin shot.
See, all right, just I want everybody to make sure that everybody understands this is Curtis bullying me into doing something I don't want to do.
Jesse, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, you don't have to. No.
So
my question would be, Jesse, if they do get rid of Kevin, okay, do you think that's going to affect your painting? Because that's your painting hand, correct?
it will temporarily. I mean, it probably won't affect my painting hand too much. I just would have to be gentle with it for 2 weeks because they'd have to do stitches. At least that's what they said. The last doctor said it would be like a whole surgery situation.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Follow-up question. If they remove Kevin and all of a sudden you start painting like Mark Houseal, would you then ask them to put Kevin back on?
No.
Thanks, Kevin Maboots. I appreciate you. We'll be with you in a second. All right, folks. That was a fun show. We do have a guest next week, and it is Mira. She has been jumping to superstardom within the cabal. She's just awesome. Been joining the studio, customized studio, pretty much every week. Infectious personality. She is just very happy about life in general, and just like her energy and enthusiasm in the studio has been amazing. Can't wait to talk to her about her journey so far, and some of the pieces that she's completed. Jesse, anything else about next week?
What? No, it's the first week of April. Yes, we're excited to have Mira on. It's been cool getting to hang out with her in the customizing studio. The last couple times I've been in there, like you said, a lot of energy and passion for the figures and customizing, and just a cool person to hang out with. So it'll be cool to get to know her a little better.
Now, I will say that if you send something to Mira's house from Amazon, make sure you don't click the default address button and then send your next 4 or 5 packages to her house, because that's what I did this past week, because I am that stupid, just so you know. So, and now my dog is mad at me because his new bed is sitting at Mira's house, because the dog bed shipped to Florida instead of Missouri. So there you go. And just so you know, Jesse, just in case you have problems, Joe said there is possibly a 3D printed Kevin strap-on that you could use to retain your painting skills and not fall into.
I was going to say, if my painting skills become Mark Houseal painting skills, then I would keep painting, because, I like what Mark does.
Okay. I mean, the world needs goblins too. So, and then he says, "Just kidding, Jesse. We love you. Wish you a speedy
This is
recovery."
just initial new doctor. My old doctor left, and I haven't had a doctor for a while, so I'm just going to get this, looked at. It's nothing actually happening tomorrow. At least I don't plan on anything happening tomorrow. But
and we got a shout out, buddy. You're a real one. He is actually snoring over on the couch right now. So there you go.
Okay.
Well, that's a show.
That is a show. Yeah, that was a show.
It was something, man.
It definitely was.
All
Thank
right.
you all for being here, folks. We really appreciate it. Like we said, make sure you go back and follow those accounts we listed in our shelf selections. Make sure you check out, both of Kevin's Instagram pages, and go check out his Flickr for some of that older stuff. Check out Wolf King, our awesome sponsor, for all your Mythic and Cosmic Legions and Figure Obscura add-ons, and all of that jazz. And look out for whatever news coming from Legions Con coming up in the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And until next time,
what's on your shelf?
oh.